Hey, Peyton, how's it feel to be back?
It was awesome, man. First off, I want to thank Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and for what he's done for me and the long road for me. But it's been great, man. Just working super hard. Can't thank Corey and Dr. Reeves enough for what they've done. And overall, man, it's awesome, and I'm super grateful to be out here with these guys.
Dave said something on the pregame show on the radio that this last week maybe had gone really well for you to the point that you're able to accelerate your comeback by a few days.
Yeah, so we actually, I want to say like Sunday after we played last weekend, kind of the plan as far as like looking at the x-ray, we weren't going to start running maybe till like tomorrow or Monday. And, the x-ray came back good, and they said that I was able to start running and stuff, and it went really, really well. And I haven't had any pain in my foot. It's been good. And, so they just kind of want to ease me back in and DH. And but yeah, it was long first 2.5 weeks. And after that, day by day, I could really tell a difference and how much just healthier it was getting. So
I can't remember if it was your first at bat or your second, but you got tested there pretty quick with the infield single. As far as running, are you 100% running right now, or do you feel like you can improve in that area?
I'd like to say I was 100, but I felt really slow that first that first at bat that I had. I felt like I was running in slow motion, but I'd probably say, really close, 85, 90, just ramping back up. And so I'd probably say pretty much, pretty close. So.
Hagen, it seemed like you kind of got a rhythm there in the third inning. Your fourth inning was much better too. So do you feel like on a normal day, if it weren't short rest, you probably wouldn't be able to find a rhythm and go maybe 6 innings in type of day like today?
Yeah, for sure. I just couldn't find it on my stuff early. Just missing arm side mechanical adjustments, and then Coach Hobbs and I talked about it between innings, and then kind of made an adjustment, started going a little bit better. But obviously, with the pitch count we talked about, I wasn't gonna be able to do that.
Dave, obviously you've been swinging a lot better here these last like 10 days or so. Do you feel like you're like settled in at this point, and you're no longer like pressing or worried about the slow start at the plate? You feel like you're kind of back, so to speak?
Kind of, yeah. I'm not so much settled in yet because we can always get better. And yeah, I just been playing loose, just relaxing, just having my teammates, the coaches, always believing in me. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
I think the home run you hit was 468 feet. Have you ever hit a ball that far, or is that is that normal?
That was probably my second longest home run. Yeah, I hit one last year. That was farther.
I like how you act like you don't know. And I guess Hagen, for you and Brady both, it wasn't like you had your best stuff. It wasn't like a peak performance, but how good is it that both of you guys had 17 strikeouts, 8 innings, that you're still able to be so effective on a day when you might not have your best stuff?
Yeah, I thought Brady did really well. A lot better than me, honestly. He didn't have his best stuff like me, but he went out there, competed, and it was awesome to see. Same thing as everybody else that pitched today.
Peyton, you mentioned there the 2 weeks were maybe tough. Just was it the injury itself, like the pain, just watching the guys, just kind of what was maybe difficult about this stretch being on the sideline?
So I think it was like a mixture of kind of like everything you just said. I was like super excited to finally get back on the field and being healthy with my shoulder, and freak accident happens, and it felt like somebody just kind of like punched me in the gut. It was super upsetting, but I knew that I needed to be the best leader that I could be at the possible time, and show these guys that the way to win and stuff like that. But it was super tough. The first probably week I was in crutches and a boot, so I really didn't put any weight on it. I was super careful with it, super cautious, listened to everything that the trainer and doctor said. And so that first week I really couldn't move my foot out of the boot. And but if I did, it would be painful and stuff. And kind of like I said, like it was just week by week. It'd be Monday from Monday. It would, like, I could tell a huge difference, and it was getting better and stuff. And then we kind of progressed to a smaller boot and stuff like that. But overall, just like the whole not being able to start the season, playing and also the pain. So just a mixture of all of it.
Wehiwa, what's Peyton kind of been like when he hasn't been, playing? How has he been with the team? Has he, you're new here, a guy that's a captain. What's kind of been, how has he maybe impacted the team without playing until
Yeah,
now?
so he's been a leader for us. Just helping guys on and off the field. After like a bad at bat or something, he'll come by, say like you're good, and just keep on going, competing for the next AB. And yeah, he's just been there for all the team.
Hey, Wehiwa, what's been the key to turn your swing around the last week or so?
Oh, I'll just relaxing and just like swinging at my pitches that I can drive and pitches in the zone, especially.
But hey, but what's it been like playing with Nolan Souza in the middle of the infield the last couple of weeks?
Oh, it's fun. It's fun, yeah. Both from Hawaii. This is probably first time happening in the SEC. Yeah, he's been going off too, and just being there with him. It's just fun.
Does that make it more special for you that you're both from Hawaii?
Yeah, very special.
And then, Peyton, for you, you hit the home run, trot around the bases, and then that goes to review. What's going through your head when they're taking a look at the home run to make sure that it was fair?
Please, the call stand, please. That would have been another gut punch. That would have felt like me fracturing my foot again. But it was I when I hit it, I kind of knew it looked like it went right over the foul pole. So I knew like they were probably going to look at it, and with whatever the call went on the field stood. And I got to give a lot of credit to Coach Warnes, our first base coach. He was working over there when the ball was in the air, and so he played a big part in that. But I was just praying that it was not going to be foul. So.
How did he play a big part?
So he was, so after I hit it, or after the game, he was like, "You owe me." I was like, "Why?" He was when it was in the air and the umpire was like looking at it, he was like in the umpire's ear, like yelling like fair, fair, fair. And he said, next thing you know, the umpire just went like this, was there. So, I guess I owe him. So.
And then, hey, Wehiwa, when you get the 2 out hits like you have today, does that speak to confidence at all that you're seeing things well?
Yeah, it speaks like I could handle myself with 2 strikes and just trying to not do too much and just like putting the ball in play hard.
Hey, it seems like EVA's just kind of been building you up for, SEC play next week. Have you been looking forward to it at all? That maybe the pitch count, the leash comes off a little bit, or not really kind of focusing on kind of building you up and just one start at a time from the beginning?
Yeah, just kind of one start at a time. I mean, I haven't really looked at pitch count any. I mean, we've talked about it, but it's not really in my head. I mean, I know when I come out, there's gonna be guys coming in after me. They're gonna do the job even better than I could.
Hagen, for you as kind of the leader of the pitching staff, seeing Gabe Gackle do what he does, week in and week out now, what does that say about him to you?
I mean, he's a dude. We saw that in Arlington. That's kind of his first like big showing. Came in, I think his bases loaded, 1 out, and he got out of it. So that just kind of showed him he could do it at the back in the game. So it's really awesome for us.
Is there kind of like a deep breath out now that he's, been in these high leverage situations now when he goes out to try to close the game?
Yeah, just kind of a sigh of relief. I mean, we saw him in the fall and spring scrimmages that he's really, really good. So it's good to go see him do it in an actual game.
Thanks.
All right, guys, appreciate it.